beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am holding a book right now, so it is no surprise that I'm going to do a book review for today's video. And just a quick description, this book is actually published like way back. It is coming from an author that is really known for romance and really known for book talk. So this book is no other than Hey, Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. Yes, you might not be familiar with the cover of this book since it's more popular when you see it in this cover. So yes, there's kind of a difference between that, but anything else, it has the same context and it has the same story. So I cannot wait to share you guys my whole thoughts about this book. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, beautiful people! Rise and shine in a world that is gleeful. Yes, welcome back to
Okay, guys, take it from the top. Louder!
A 1, 2.
Sachi YouTube channel. Shh. What's YouTube? Oh my gosh, this bracelet. Okay, so for maybe someday, as usual, to my book reviews, I will be starting with the synopsis, my likes and dislikes, and of course, the most important thing, which is my rating. By the way, to my younger viewers here, I would not recommend this book for 16 years old below. This book is only suitable for 16 and above because as we all know, when Colleen Hoover writes books, there's always a unique element to it that sometimes it's not suiting for the little ones. So yes, you guys, this is only for 16 and above. If you're not beyond that range, then do not read this. So for the synopsis of Maybe Someday, you guys, I could not wait to tell you something about this story, so just stay tuned. So Maybe Someday, it is a story about a girl named Sydney. So Sydney is a type of girl that she has everything in life already. A perfect boyfriend, a student, and like as in everything. But until one day, she just caught her boyfriend cheating with her best friend. So
Oh no!
Jaws will drop. It's the mind-boggling, eye-popping.
So that's like a jaw-dropping moment. So yes guys, that would not be a spoiler. You should expect that because it will be explained with the prologue of the story. So we're really starting this story tense, like really intense, you guys. So there's like a major action going on for the first part, and you could see how breaking it is just to catch up your boyfriend cheating with your best friend behind your back. It's the worst thing that could happen, trust me. Other than Sydney, in this book, we also have a character named Ridge. So Ridge is like the boy next door who has a passion for music. So Sydney was like, one day she's just like outside, and then suddenly there's a hum of string that she's listening to. And this sound is coming from a guy named Ridge.
So Ridge, like I told you guys, has a passion for music. He's a guitarist.
And his sibling is actually part of the band, whereas Ridge's role is to create music for the band. So that is like the shifting edge of our character Ridge and also our character Sydney.
Well, how do these two meet together?
Well, they will meet in accordance to music. Yes, music really plays a big role for this book. It even has its own soundtrack. Yes, you guys, I have never seen a book that has its own soundtrack, and I just really fell in love with the lyrics and at the same time the tune of it. So the soundtrack is actually made by Griffin Peterson. One of his musics, well, most of his musics are featured in this book, which is actually good, like so good, and to the point that it's so engaging when you have this like music playing onto your ear, and then you're just reading that page wherein Ridge and Sydney are writing songs together. It's just chef's kiss. Oh, by the way, you guys, I forgot to mention Sydney. So Sydney also has this a gifted talent from hers that she didn't know. Actually, she didn't know that she has a talent for writing lyrics. So working Ridge and Sydney side by side, it makes them like a good duo. But though it makes them a good duo, there are other circumstances that we could not avoid, most especially for Ridge's part. So, well, I will not be spoiling that for you, because if you read this book, you will just be shocked by what will happen. Trust me, you guys, I have my fair emotions of shock, tears, and frustration. Okay, so you guys, as you can see, if you can notice, I have a lot of book tabs here on my book, and if you saw from the previous video, I actually explained what does this color mean and the other color mean, etc. And if you could see it this closely, it mostly have orange tabs. So if you watched that video, you already know what orange stands for. Maybe not a good sign for us. There are also a lot of pinks. We know it's Colleen Hoover book. It wouldn't run out of pink tabs. So yes. Okay, so now I am going to talk about my likes and dislikes. So my likes, I would just only say one thing. I love the unique twist in this book, most especially that it deals with music. If you don't know me, I am actually a big music fan. I have a talent for singing, and I just love listening to music 24/7. When there are times that I'm sad, I'm being accompanied by music or some emo songs, and when there are times that I feel upbeat, it's just the songs that makes me feel alive. So having that as a unique element for maybe someday, it just made my world more easier. Since, yeah, like I told you a while ago, guys, that this book has its own soundtrack. So just by that, I am also falling in love with it also. And you know, having music for your books is not like the usual type. Well, guys, if you do not know, November 9 also has its own soundtrack, which is actually sung by the same singer, which is Griffin Peterson. So I feel like most of Colleen Hoover books, like November 9, maybe someday, they have their own music accompany, which is I really do enjoy, and it makes me feel engaged with the book also. Now, what about for my dislikes? I have a long list here for my dislikes about this book. I just told you guys that I only have one like about it, but I have a whole list of dislikes. Why so? Sometimes this book could be really just frustrating because it started with a plot of cheating, which I am not a big fan of. I do not like people who cheats. I hate that trope. I didn't know what I was getting into again, because all I know, maybe someday, maybe someday is about singers and how they make music or how they produce music. Little did I know, it is also going to talk about cheating, which I am not a big fan of. So, And another thing that I dislike here is the character. It could be Ridge or it could be Sydney. I just don't like how they pull off things, most especially to their situation. Like example for Ridge. Oh, this is a spoiler part. This one is a spoiler part, you guys. I'm going to warn you. You may skip this if you ever didn't read this yet. So for Ridge, he actually has a girlfriend already, and that girlfriend is so sweet, so down to earth, and she's like everything. She's the kindest person. But then Ridge has this motive to cheat behind her. Well, low-key cheating, okay? Not like the aggressive cheating.
Where like the girlfriend is there, and then there's not the aggressive cheating.
It's like Ridge is telling Sydney, I cannot love you, Sydney, because I have a girlfriend and I love her. But the worst thing there is Ridge is being affectionate with Sydney, which I just don't get it.
If you're being affectionate with that person, then why would you tell to have a girlfriend, or why would you confess something that, sorry, I'm in love with another person?
I'm sorry, I'm in love with another person, but I will stay affectionate with you. Like, bro, Ridge, you're just turning the world around. So that is one thing that I hate, the frustration that I am getting. And also for Sydney, I hate that Sydney let this happen to her again. Well, this time she's the one cheating, so I just don't like that fact. And as I previously mentioned, I hate the trope cheating, period. No more, no less. So my next dislike about this book, yeah, there's an equal amount of frustration, but then it ended well, okay? This book ended well despite all of the problems, all of the messy, chaotic things around this. It just ended smoothly and well, which I love for most of Colleen Hoover books, because even though she gave us a roller coaster ride, she would always clean the book and end it smoothly. So I feel like that is her magic when writing books. Okay, so next, what I'm going to talk about this. By the way, you guys, this is not only a standalone. Colleen Hoover also published like 2 more books for this. So basically, this is like a trilogy. We have Maybe Someday, Maybe Not, and Maybe Now. But as a reader who just finished this book, I could tell that this could be a good standalone. Like, you don't have to feel pressure to finish the next 2 books, since it doesn't have a cliffhanger to the end. Because you know what, sometimes when we read trilogies, after we read the first book, it would always end on a cliffhanger. But for this one, no, I could assure you that this could be a good standalone. Now down to my rating for Maybe Someday. I shared to you guys a fair enough of likes and dislikes, and now I am going to judge the book by rating it. To be honest, I will be giving this a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Let's just say I am making it half, okay? Half because I like the vibe of the music and I like that unique twist. Deducted by another half because I just don't like the cheating trope and the frustration that it gives me. So that is why I'm giving this book like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Well, you know what? This is like a low rating for me because most of my Colleen Hoover books there are rated for 4 stars, 3.7 stars, and much more higher. But this time around, it just feels like a little disappointing to read this. But nevertheless, I just enjoy the music and that's it. So 2.5 stars. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. And if you haven't watched this one yet, make sure you do. So like I always tell you guys, ready, get set, and start reading. Bye!